Hi guys, so today's video is day 2 in my use a palette for a week challenge. So this week I'm using the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. If you guys are new to my channel, thank you, hi, welcome. Click subscribe if you haven't already. I'm just gonna, self-promo in there. Subscribe. I created this sort of purple lilac look. I also mentioned in the video as well, lip options if you don't want to go with a blue, which is what I've done today. So without rambling on too long, here is the tutorial. Enjoy. I've had coffee. Can you tell? And so I'm going to give a rundown of the shadows that I use because I'm using quite a few for this look. I kind of just ran with it to see sort of how many purpley eyeshadows I could use. Orange, as well as silk, a little bit of velvet, also some twinkle, a little bit of glitz, and a little bit of velour. I'm going to be taking a big, giant, fluffy brush. I'm going to be going into Fringe, which is sort of that peachy shade. This is going to go all over the lid, just everywhere, basically. So I have that applied. Next, I'm going to be going into this dark plum shade called Velvet. And I'm going to be layering this shadow with a 217. Be sure to dust this off, and I'm going to really build this and darken in the crease with this. And just continue to go in and build up that color. I'm also going to be taking that shade and applying that right underneath the eye as well. Which is a little bit more of a lighter purple. And I'm going to use this to kind of blend the crease out just a little bit. This is going to add a little bit of pink in there as well. Also going to be taking that color and using it to blend out the bottom lash line. And then that is when I'm going to go in with a synthetic brush, tiny synthetic brush, and I'm going to use Twinkle, which is this lilac shade right here. I'm actually going to use this wet just because I find that lighter shade just applies better when wet. And the metallics in this palette are stunning. So I'm just going to take that. And then I am going to paint this just on the lid and carving out just that line. And if you're doing one eye at a time, which is kind of stupid, but if you're doing it, just be sure to look over and try to match the shape on the other side. Alright, so then once that wet shadow is applied, you guys know my trick where I like to just take my finger and tap that eyeshadow right on top. And especially with these metallics in this palette, it really brings out, yeah, so you can see that I just applied that and it just took it right to the next level. Next up, I'm going to be just taking a bit of a different brush and I'm going to go into Velour, which is the blue. I wanted to add just a little bit of blue right on the outer corner, and so I'm just going to lightly dust that just in sort of the outer corner area. Also going to take that brush just a bit and apply it right underneath the eye on the outer corner as well. And then just to darken up the blue, I'm going to take my finger into Nebula, which is the blue, and I'm just going to press that blue sort of right on top, and that's going to really bring that blue on the outer corner. Next I'm going to be taking Glitz, which is the other sort of light highlight shade in here. But again, taking another clean finger. You guys can tell I like using fingers for metallic shades. It just works the best. You can use a tiny pencil brush. I prefer a synthetic brush for metallics. I find they just apply better than natural hair brushes. And you're going to get pretty much the same effect for that, so just keep that in mind. If you ever see me using my fingers and you're like, oh, I don't like using my fingers, a brush will work. It's just this happens to be my favorite way to do it. And then, at the end of the week, I'm not stuck cleaning 900 brushes either. Dollar store eyelash curler, that just so happens to work. I really like it when I have just a metallic shade on the lid to use just my natural lashes, so it's entirely up to you. I find it just looks more dramatic. You get to see more of the you get to see more of the metallic sort of through. Okay, so for the face, what I've used is my regular foundation. This is the CoverGirl CG Smoothers in Ivory. I find I have dry skin, so I find it just gives me a nice glow to my skin. Doesn't make me look too dry, which is why I like this one. My contour is NYX Taupe Blush. For highlight, I do have some previous highlight on. However, I am going to go back in with, this is Becca's Pearl. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that. I feel like that sort of mimics the more white tone that we have in the lilac shade on the eyes. And then for lips, you do have options. A nice peachy lip would look really pretty with this and pull down the peach tones. You could definitely do a dark purple lip. I, however, am going to go blue. I don't know why, feeling like this might look good with it. It might not. So this happens to be Lime Crime shade in Peacock. So then with the lips on, this is the final makeup look. That is day 2 in my using one palette for a week, using the Metal Matte palette. I do think that's really cool though, like that's, whoops, and then I flip it backwards like a fucking idiot, no. So let me know down in the comments how much you like this look, if it's something that you would wear, that kind of thing. Leave me anything down below. I love reading your guys' comments. It sort of makes my day and gives me something to chuck on my phone while I'm at work. Let's not lie. So until my next one, I'll talk to all you soon. Bye!